Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine?
Hey everybody, welcome to Firon's Commentaries of System Shock 2, Episode 11. For today's episode, we have a guest commentator, Speedix92. Say hello, Speedix.
Hiya.
Speedix92 is my brother, for all those who are curious, and this is going to be the last episode set in Hydroponics deck.
So how did you feel making this episode?
It was pretty challenging, but it was not as much of a headache as episode 10. I mostly got to sneak around, and I only had a few close encounters that were deadly, but for the most part, it was smooth sailing after about 10 or so deaths.
Smooth sailing on rough seas.
You're sounding like Drake now. If you don't know who Drake is, don't bother. We're not really going to go into detail about that. Anyhow, I'm not really sure which of the two sectors in this episode was tougher, but I'd have to say Sector A, because there's a lot more enemies in Sector A, and not to mention the corridors are very cramped, and I mostly had to listen for the enemies. Not really too much to add. You mostly get the point just from watching this. Do you have anything interesting to add, Speedix?
Not really, but you know, throughout your commentary, you've been adding like your little insights about the design of this ship and all the features of it. I think I should add a little of my own. What do you think?
Sure, take a pot shot at it.
Well, I think the design of this particular sector of this deck is pretty interesting. How they've got all this, I guess it's food. It's all lettuce, I guess. Just laying around. It's like you've got your water going around too. Also, through this glass, there's more water, which I think it's like steamed water. So, it's like, it really stresses the point of it being a hydroponics deck. Although what confuses me is I don't see why they have like so many maintenance bots guarding the food.
Well, there is a regulator here, so I guess it's reason enough for the many who want guards here.
I guess Polito's getting a little impatient, but she has to understand that this is a game.
You're right. Alright, just gotta get to the regulator, then back out.
Well, you go ahead and do that.
Alright then, let's get moving! Well, that went a lot better than I thought it would. Just gotta get to Sector D, then we can finally get the hell out of here!
Indeed.
Alright. I just gotta search around a bit. I don't really know what I was doing here. Anything you want to talk about while I'm taking my sweet-ass time getting to Sector D?
I love Polito.
Why do you like Polito? I think she's a bitch.
Well, mainly because her voice is from a favorite captain from Star Trek.
Oh yeah, Captain Janice Polito. Oh my god. Oh wait, never mind. It's not Captain Janice Polito. What was her name again?
Captain Catherine Janeway.
Catherine Janeway. Sorry. Is that all? Is that all you like about her? Just the voice acting?
I think she's very coordinated. While she's sitting here trying to help. I know. I probably shouldn't mention that. But I know she does a lot to help you, even though she is kind of like, hurry up, why are you going so slowly? Yeah, there's a lot of good qualities about her.
I guess, though, aren't you a bit concerned that she has two different voices technically? Like in one voice she has a British accent, and in the audio logs she seems to have an American accent.
British?
Yeah, apparently she has two different voice actors, or actually, if I remember correctly, she has only one voice actress. But we'll talk about that later. Here's a log by Diego. Doesn't seem like it. You call this beautiful? Sounds a bit constipated. Though I believe that line he said, "My cup runneth over," I believe that means he's oversatisfied, or he has more than enough to satisfy his desires. Well, do you have anything to add?
Why do the many always have to yell in their audio logs?
Superiority complex. That's all I can say. I'm about to explore a secret area soon, if you're curious, but here's another log. This time by Crunchkin. Damn choir boys in their glory. Anyhow, here's where you can find the best armor in the game. It's the best armor because it has 50% defense. However, the major drawback is that it's powered, so once it's out of power, it's pretty much paperweight. And this is the entrance to the secret area. Just take out the glass and jump out. Careful not to fall into the water, though. But honestly, do you really see any point to the steamed water being here? I mean, it's not like it helps the plants grow. Speedix, add something here, please.
I guess it's just a warning that you're gonna get burned.
Now, why the hell didn't I think of that? Of course that was the answer. Because if you do fall into it, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Oh, thanks, Speedix.
Oh, shut up, you sarcastic bastard.
Moving on, there's one final regulator for us to take out. So, cue some music to fit the moment, please. Finally. Done with deck 3. Just gotta get more medical hypos, and I can finally take the elevator out of this damn place.
Sounds like a great idea.
Please make your selection.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? So we were talking about Polito earlier, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
So formal. Yeah, basically she's voiced by the same voice actress, who somehow is able to imitate a British and an American accent at the same time, which pretty much shows the talent of the cast in System Shock 2. Then again, I'm not really surprised. Now, just gotta pick up a few goodies that I left here, and we can head off to Deck 4 to meet Dr. Janice Polito. But first, we gotta make a pit stop at Deck 2 real quick.
Well, honestly, I think that besides the pacifist approach, the Psi run might be possibly the hardest. Although, not the most interesting run. I mean, Psi run does have a lot of possibilities, but sticking with one weapon usually isn't the thing for me. I typically don't like to stick with one thing.
Well, when you put it that way, I can see where you're going with it, but think of it this way. System Shock 2's RPG system isn't perfect, so a Psi run's actually pretty difficult. You don't see a Psi run often, and although the Psi weapon is a single weapon, it has many opportunities, both offensive, supportive, and defensive in nature. So, yeah, there's definitely a lot of possibilities there. Well, anyhow, guys, that's all the time we have for today in episode 11. This has been your commentator, Firon.
And your guest commentator, Speedix the Hedgehog.
I'll see you soon in episode 12. See you then.